a century, Newfoundland has been for England the most alluring prospect in the New World. Despite its inhospitable climate and unyielding soil, the island has one fabulous resource. The codfish is pure gold in European markets. And by 1610, a fleet of 200 English ships comes annually to the Grand Banks to fill their holds. But other countries also come to reap the riches of the sea: the French, the Spanish, and the Basques. It is only a matter of time before someone attempts a permanent settlement, and John Guy wants the English to be first.
Certain merchants of London and Bristol, having used the fishing trade of Newfoundland, and being confident that the same is habitable in winter, these merchants desire to have leave with a few men fitting for plantation. And if it so fall out that this plantation succeed, these places for fishing might forever become secure for our nation.
Fishermen of many countries have been building temporary camps on Newfoundland for decades. But every fall, when the fishing season is over, the camps are abandoned. The English reason that if someone can just survive the winter, that country can dominate the fishery. John Guy's 39 colonists are the first Englishmen to build a permanent settlement in the land that would become Canada. They seem to find the perfect spot, a place called Cooper's Cove in Conception Bay.
This harbor is preferred by me to begin our plantation. For the goodness of the harbor, fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and many other circumstances are most available to draw inhabitants to it. There wanteth nothing to make a flourishing country but cattle and the industry of men.
And work the colony does. Within a year, the face of Cooper's Cove is transformed. They raise half a dozen sturdy buildings, launch a small fleet of fishing boats, and establish a factory for salting and shipping the codfish. John Guy even sends out a search party, hoping to form a trade deal with the Beothuk Indians. For 30 days, the search party explores the bays and coves of the island. Finally, they spot a campfire at the end of Trinity Bay. Guy's men meet with the Beothuk, and that night they share food and drink together. They hope it might lead to a trading partnership. But in the morning, the Beothuk are gone. Guy's colony will never make contact with them again. By now, the colony faces more pressing problems. Pirates have begun to ply the waters around Newfoundland, and their attacks are wreaking havoc with the fishing fleets. John Guy's colony is forced to build and arm a barricade around the settlement. But nothing they build can protect them from the harsh reality of their third winter in Newfoundland. Colonist Henry Crout sends the unhappy news back to England.
This winter hath been very hard, and there hath died above 70 of our goats, and many of our pigs, and all our cattle except one. And we had at one time more than half of our company very sick and lame.
Eight of the colonists do not survive that winter, and spring brings no reason for new hope. The crops are failing, and the early prospect of finding minerals has proven empty. Even the wealth of the fishery can't prevent the colony from losing money, and John Guy cannot convince his investors back in England to stay the course.
It is to be feared that it will never go well, so long as so ungrateful a person and so stony-hearted a penny-father is at the helm. They care not though it fall to the ground.
John Guy returns to England in disappointment in the summer of 1613. Without his leadership, the colony slowly dwindles and dies. Soon, English colonies will take root, but not here. South, along the eastern seaboard, in Virginia, Massachusetts, and New York. But in the northern half of the continent, the race to settle will be won by the French, first at Port Royal, and then far inland along the great river that unlocks the continent.